In this video, you're going to learn 5 off-road riding drills that you can do anywhere. Alright, so we've had a huge demand since we did our first couple off-road riding videos, always in the comments, can you do more enduro videos or more off-road videos? So here we are. We're going to go over something today that's helpful for everyone because it doesn't require a lot to get better. So the drills that we're going to go over today are going to be on flat ground, something that you could do in your backyard if it's big enough, or in any field that a friend may have or that you may have. And you don't need a ton to get better on a dirt bike, and I want you guys to understand that, so let's get right into it. All right, the first thing that we're gonna do today, the first drill that we're gonna go over today is just how slow can you ride your bike? So what we're gonna do is set up 2 points, a start point, a stop point. The idea is to go the slowest that you can in between those 2 points. The things that improves is gonna be clutch control, brake control, throttle control, and obviously side-to-side balance. So this is something that there's no win or lose. You just go back and forth, see how much time it takes you, and maybe you try to beat that time by making it longer on the next go. All right, the second thing that we're gonna do is something that's kind of across the board on everything dirt bikes is an acceleration and a braking drill. We're gonna do this seated in this specific one, and in a later video we'll go over standing. But what we're trying to do is just understand how to be in balance with the power and the braking. Obviously this is really good off-road, it's really good on the track, it's pretty much good on any type of motorcycle that you ride. So what we're gonna do in this drill is that we're gonna try to match our upper body to our throttle. That's what I really want you to think about. As you turn the throttle, if you're turning it towards you, meaning going faster, I want your body to lean into the throttle. If you're coming off the throttle, I want you to turn it away from where the body's going. So I want you to lean away from the throttle. So if you're turning it on, you're moving forward with the bike. If you're turning it off and you're going into braking, you're moving against the bike, so the bike's not wanting to push you over the front. It takes a little pressure off the arms, makes the ride a little easier. All right, guys, how you could help us here, we got like a few different tiers of how you could help us. The most committed would be checking out our Patreon account and donating a little money every month. The link is down below. If you want to be like hands off, no money, a like and subscribe, and joining our email list where you get free cool stuff, and we update everyone on our camps. All that stuff's down below. We appreciate the love as always. All right, the next drill we're going into here is going to be tight turns. Learning how to stand and pivot your bike, letting the bike lean underneath you, you staying on top of it. So the idea is here, you're going through some tight trails that don't have a lot of support, meaning there's no berm or rut for your tires to get traction on, and you need to put weight down in the right part of the bike, which is the center line of the bike. So what we're gonna be doing here is just leaning the bike down. We're gonna stand kind of on top of the bike. We'll let loose with our knees just a little bit to get the bike to pivot, and then we're gonna do that back and forth, nice and slow, nice and easy. As you get better, you can tighten your space up to turn the bike tighter and or just go a little bit faster. The next drill we're gonna do that's gonna make you a lot better is just small wheelies over little obstacles. Obviously, as this gets more comfortable, you can start moving to bigger stuff, right? We do have how to wheelie over a log video, so if you already feel like you're good at this and you wanna get to that, make sure you check that out. But what the idea here is that if you come up on something in the trail or in the desert or whatever, and it's something you don't wanna hit with your front tire, but you think you can combat that with your rear tire without it kicking you over the bars, you just wanna wheelie up over that thing. It's gonna make your ride a lot smoother and a lot safer. So what you're gonna do when you're coming up to the obstacle is let off the power a little bit, let the bike settle down, and then a little clutch and a little gas, pushing your feet into the pegs and almost giving just a tad bit of a pull or letting the bike come to your chest. If you get enough acceleration and enough clutch release, you don't have to pull at all, and the bike's just gonna come up to you. But what I want you to think about is I don't want you to go back with the bike. Okay, I want you to wheelie and let the bike come up to you so you're staying over the front, so when that back tire does hit, it's not ripping your arms or ripping the hand out of the handlebars. You want the bike to be close to you so there's room for it to go back away from you. All right, the final drill we're gonna do is just something that's really gonna help you if you get yourself in a pinch or you can't lean the bike over to turn. It's gonna be a pivot turn. So I just think of it as sliding the back tire, using the brake to pivot the bike and get going a different direction. In scenarios where, let's say you can't lean the bike down because there's a tree there, you can slide the bike with just a little bit of lean and get that same amount of turn out of the corner. I like to do this in trails that are dry, that are loose, and you don't really trust the front end, so you don't want to lean the bike down really far. They got pebbles or there's some debris in the trail. You can slide the bike, get it to pivot, take off, go that way. So the idea here is come in with enough speed where the back tire will lock up when you pull the clutch in. go onto the back brake, and as soon as you touch the back brake, you want to drop the bike down just a hair for it to kind of kick out whatever way you desire. And then after it does that, it's going to be a control of like, okay, when do I come off the brake? When do I come off the clutch? And when do I get back on the gas? And that's really going to be determined on how much and how far you need that bike to slide. If it's 90 degrees, you got to hold it a while. If it's 45 degrees, it's a little less. And if it's 180 degrees, you better be really good at it. It's going to be hard. All right, guys, I hope these drills really help your riding, especially when you're in the trail, keeping you safer and having more fun. If you do like these videos, we have plenty more over here. Don't forget to hit our Instagram. It's just at the MX Factory, and check out our other channel. It's the MX Factory Fails, where we break down subscriber submitted fails, and our Patreon account is down there below. Check that out. We'll see you guys next time.